The thing is, like, when Anonymous first started, I mean, their original kind of tactics were, you know, internet sort of sabotage, hacking, stuff like this. And then
it's not calling you terrorists, isn't it?
Well, that's why they initially called us cyber terrorists. And to some extent, you can see the point. But the point is like, then Anonymous was basically sort of encouraged by a man called Mark Bunker to take things a little bit more legitimately.
Yeah.
And that's when in
He's the guy who interviewed Jason Baguette.
Yeah, I think he might have
been. The older guy with the beard.
Yeah, Wise Man Beard, or Wise Beard Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then basically, sort of, you know, February 2008, protests sized worldwide, you know, ranging from 7,500 to 10,000 people, and then obviously today the movement still carries on. This is just a sort of flash rate, so quick.
Have you seen the videos of them?
I haven't, mate. I haven't gone inside. Have you?
Yeah, well, last year, me and my friend were walking down.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, you know, blah, 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 all this shit. Then we knew it was bollocks.
Yeah.
Said, all right, yeah. Well, have a look at the video. I'll show you a video. This guy, he's like, he's setting, I think it's like 60s or 70s the way people are dressed.
Yeah.
Good production value, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they all are, yeah.
And he gets paralysed or something. Like, he's like an American footballer and he gets like attacked and paralysed. Look, not attacked, he gets like tackled.
Okay.
And he's paraplegic in hospital and he can't move his legs or anything. This doctor's like, or this psychiatrist like starts saying, oh, it's all in your mind and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then this guy drops his book on Dianetics on his like bed and he starts reading it. And all of a sudden he gets some feeling back in his legs. and he just gets out of bed and starts like, and he runs out the hospital and this psychologist like, you know, like, oh God, but we've got the power of the mind and all this shit.
Yeah.
And we watched it. And then it came up and it said, we went to see Peep Show. Season 5.
Yeah, yeah.
The last episode they have like a sort of a Scientology, but it's not, they call it the New Wellness Centre.
Yeah, the organs.
And they talk about organs.
Yeah.
And then it came up and it said this thing about engrams, and me and my mate just pissed ourselves because we just lost our collective shit. We were just laughing.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But they send people in with you to watch you while you're watching, to make sure you're paying attention.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were both like 17 years old, like these dumb kids went to fucking brainwash.
Yeah.
Nice people, you know what I mean? Like, you think like, feel sorry for them. And then they start coming out with all this stuff like, oh, do you realise that all the major pharmaceutical companies are like taking over the governments of the world and blah blah. You know, and me personally, I agree that you shouldn't be giving kids Ritalin.
Yeah, okay.
I agree with that. You know, I agree with some of the stuff they say, but there's a long way from believing that you shouldn't give kids psychotropic drugs to saying that all pharmaceutical companies are evil, all psychologists and psychiatrists or psychs are like the bane of society.
Oh, absolutely.
And not only that, but like the evil Lord Zeno, he was a psych as well, you know, and he dropped us all into a volcano and blew us up with a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
But they weren't a mix with that.
No.
Because I challenged them with that. I said, well, yeah, but don't when you get to OT3, you get like, you tell everyone all this shit about like Zeno, and oh no, that's just rubbish.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, the thing is, anyone who's not OT3 won't know about it.
yeah, but the thing is, they deny it. But what happens when, I always wonder what happens when you get to OT3. I suppose by then you've probably put 100 grand into it and you've been...
Oh, it'll be at least, I think it'll be more like £250,000.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're so into it, you're so brainwashed by that.
You want it to be real by then.
Oh yeah, you'll believe anything.
Put that much money into it.
It's just brainwashing.
It's hard to turn around and think, I'm a dick, innit? You know what I mean?
No, it can be.
To call somebody else a dick, innit? You know what I mean? But like, actually,
especially with the financial...
I've been taken for a ride here,
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I think Scientology is a cult.
Yeah.
I think Germany's got the right idea with banning it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think we should ban it.
Agreed.
They tell people to disconnect from the families, which is evil.
Yeah.
And but the real problem is the people in it are nice.
Oh, the thing is, I think most people who get into Scientology are good people, right? Because it says there not anymore the Church of Scientology, but Life Improvement Centre. You know, people who set out to improve themselves aren't hopefully doing so, but they're decent people to begin with. But the thing is,
I feel sorry for them. And you can't attack the people. It's like some cults you can actually have a go at the people because it's like they're such like idiots. You know what I mean? And they're not nice people, or they persecute other people. The Scientologists, they genuinely want to help.
Yeah.
They genuinely believe that they are like the last salvation for mankind.
I know, but the thing is, it was set up on such a false pretense. It was designed to target these kind of people and vulnerable people. And that's what's wrong with it,
Look
mate.
at Christianity. Burning bush and...
Yeah, but it's all there. You get told it immediately. It doesn't cost you a penny.
But all religion is built on such big leaps of faith.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to tell a big lie to get people in.
Yeah.
I think if you had something that was believable, no one would join.
No,
but if you come up with some like massive bullshit lie, then all of a sudden like you'll get like 100,000 people coming and giving you 100 grand a year to
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
exactly. No, it's crazy, man. Anyway, I'm glad you're. It's nice to actually have the talk from the other side for once. So no, good for you, mate. And
Did they ever come across and try and argue with you?
no, not with the masks on.
You should have the masks on, otherwise they
attack.
know where you live, don't they?
Yeah.
Start like
Harassing me and
calling
shit.
you a nonsense though.
Yeah.
They're evil.
Absolutely, mate.
Call it fair game, don't they?
Yeah. Lied, tricked, sued or destroyed under any means necessary.
I like that. I've watched that Jason Begay interview that he did.
I haven't seen that, but I'll have to check it out.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
About an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, I think I watched the beginning of
Watch
it.
that. It really tells you a lot, because it's like tells you from somebody who's like been in and just got out, and he's like, he says he's got this like sense of loss, like he's lost $1 million to this bullshit, and now he realises it's all wrong. It's all lies.
Yeah. Scientology breaks up families, guys. Alright, mate. I'm out of chat with these people. Anyway, take it easy. Howdy, folks. How you doing?
What is that?
This, basically, Dianetics and Scientology was an organisation, Scientology, the church Scientology, set up by a science fiction writer quoted saying the best way to make $1 million would be to start your own religion. It's set up on a totally false pretense. It targets people who are either weak, vulnerable, or have a lot of money. Tells them they have problems through one of their many tests, and then it tells them the only way to resolve these problems is Scientology. Unfortunately, what it does is it takes a lot of your money and it brainwashes its members. There's a lot of things in the media at the moment. France fined the Church of Scientology over £500,000 for fraud. In the last couple of days, a Australian senator has come out in Australia and said, I've received reports about Scientologists being forced to have abortions, being imprisoned, being deprived of food, being tortured and basically driven insane by all these kind of things and not let go. There's a lot wrong with the church. It breaks up families. They have a disconnection policy. So let's say your kids, when it grows up, goes into Scientology, and you're like, hang on a second, we're a little worried about this. What the Church of Scientology would do is they would tell you to basically try and handle you as parents, and if you couldn't come to agree with Scientology, they would instigate their disconnection policy, and you would basically not see your kid anymore. There's a lot of cases out there very similar to this going on at the moment and spanning back decades. A couple of good websites are whyaretheydead.info. A lot of people, when they get into Scientology, they are convinced and brainwashed that if they leave it, they'll amount to nothing. So a lot of people actually end up committing suicide, massively in debt, because they've been forced to take out mortgages and loans, not on the false pretenses, but under the ordinance of the Scientologists. And Zenu.net tells you a bit more about it, things like that. But just be careful, guys. At the end of the day, I'm not here to religiously persecute people. I haven't got a problem with Scientologists. It's the crimes and fraud and all the other things that the Church of Scientology does internally, externally, to its members and people outside of it. It really is terrible. And the more you look into it, I think the more disgusted you'll be. So that's kind of what I did and kind of why I'm here. But anyway, take care. Well, Scientology, mate. Scientology breaks up families. Thank you very much. Well, Scientology, man. It's a dangerous organisation. Good work. Scientology breaks up families, man.
I can believe it.
Well, Scientology. Scientology only wants your money, sir. Well, Scientology, sir. Scientology's a cult. Good man. Scientology only wants your money. Thank you very much, man. Breaks up families, guys. Why?
Very good, very good.
Thank you very much, my dear. Because they have a disconnection policy, sir. He asked why it breaks up families. You understand? Thank you very much. Well, Scientology, mate. Scientology breaks up families.